This meeting is being recorded.
Okay. So can you start with your introduction, Edward?
All right, yes. So, my name's Edward Rollins. Quick story about me is I went to school in Winston-Salem with Salem State, simultaneously doing the National Guard at the same time. I worked with Allstate for 5 years as a full stack developer for React and Java, and then been working my latest project with Wells Fargo,
Mm-hmm.
mainly as a backend Java developer with Spring Boot.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. So I will give you a little insight about it. The project is, the team is actually looking for someone whose basics are very clear, meaning someone, uh, you know, who did work on, if you're saying during the interview, let me give you the brief about what they're looking for. They're looking for a core Java developer who is strong in core Java concepts like multi-threading, collections,
Uh-huh.
and uh, inheritance, Java exceptions, and all. Database side,
Okay.
they're using Oracle. Oracle is definitely database that they're using, and they want someone who can write complex queries. 5-10% would be designing part. Other than that, someone who can write complex queries, that is 5 10 10 10 20 15%. 70% you will be involved into Java part. 10-15% into what to say, SQL part. Remaining parts would be on Linux commands. You should know basic Linux command, what you will be using during development, during monitoring, during troubleshooting. So this is what manager is expected. And sometimes basically you should know heavy on the classes. Suppose there is an inbuilt library, how is that library inbuilt, how would you develop it again? Maybe, okay, so to give you an example, let me, not sure, I just lost it. Suppose there is any method in the class, right? Suppose there is a class, suppose there is a method, they will ask you to write the class also. So this is basically they want to see someone whose basics are very clear. Okay, make sense?
Okay. Right.
So, Edward, can you help me out to understand, like, what are the versions of Java that you have been working so far?
8, but we just upgraded to 17.
So you upgraded to 17. So did you use 17 featured services also, or you just migrated to Java 17?
Just migrated to 17. I mean, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
They just use 17, but everything's, basically what we use for
Okay.
when we create
Okay.
our logics
Fantastic.
in our service.
So what are the features that you liked most in Java 8, or what are the features that you heavily used?
I mean, well, the most used feature usually for 8 is, Lambda, writing your anonymous functions and stuff. So
Okay. Okay. Got it. So did you work on streams?
streams, yeah, streams API
Okay.
for
How do
collections.
you how do you implement filtration in streams? What is the syntax you write?
Well, I mean, you'll take your, um, variable, your collection, and do chain it with dot streams, and
No,
when you
I
go,
want to know the syntax that you will be using. Suppose you have a list of an employee and you need to filter out the maximum salary in that list. In streams, what filter you are going to use?
what filter am I going to use? Yeah. So if you want to filter out you said the maximum salary, the max salary.
Mhm.
Um, let's see, we could use distinct. We could use um, streams. We can use max. Yeah, but essentially, you want to get that employee list and operate with streams on it, and um, go inside of that list with your Lambda syntax, and maybe look for the max salary.
Okay. The answer is streams dot list dot filter that you want to apply. It is very simple. But anyways, what is the difference in between hash map and concurrent hash map?
A hash map. If you're talking about a synchronized hash map, it has one lock. So I mean, it's pretty safe for when it's you want one thread. You can only perform like one option, like a get put to the map. Concurrent is usually in a multi-threaded type, operations and environment when you're expecting multiple threads to be able to access concurrently that map.
Okay. So tell me one thing. Array list is thread safe or not?
Say that again.
Array list is thread safe or not?
Parallel?
Array list. Array list.
Is array list thread safe? Let's see. I would say no. It's not thread safe. Array list. I mean, so a list is mutable. An array list can be expanded. It could also be dangerous if multiple threads are accessing it. Could have unexpected changes to the state of that array list. So I don't think it's
thread safe or no? No. Okay. So what is the locking mechanism you will use to make it thread safe?
I think you add synchronize to it, if I remember.
Yeah. You need to dump it to synchronize block. Yeah, that is great.
Okay.
So how do you implement? Have you ever implemented any singletons, thread safe singletons in Java? Have you ever implemented?
Yeah, one of the main ones is when you have to use logger, you only want one instance throughout your application for your logger tool, and also any kind of database connections too. But yeah, usually logging is the most basic one.
Okay.
For a singleton pattern. Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me some features of enum?
Features of enum. I mean, yeah, being able to have an instance of that variable. Usually, when you like have an enum class, you explicitly know that what that value is going to be throughout the application. It's usually private and static, and there's a couple uses for that enum class. You can call it from anywhere.
Okay. How do you handle exceptions in Java?
So it depends if you want your checked exceptions at compile time. I mean, there's you can have certain checked exceptions depending on what type of method you're doing. Like if you have like a file, you might be expecting to throw or declare that exception in the method signature, like maybe IO exception not found or something like that. But for there's also other ways to handle exceptions, like maybe if you have global controller advice or something like that, and you're expecting you want to throw a particular error message.
Let me give you a little ease, I would say. How do you handle exceptions using try-catch block? How does this mechanism works?
Oh, okay. You're specifically talking about try-catch?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're going to try a block of code, and then if you're expecting a certain exception, it's going to be in your catch block, right? So yeah, you just have to declare what type of exception is it going to be. Is it going to be a general exception, or is it going to be like again, like it could be anything. I don't know. You're expecting some sort of file exception or whatever.
Okay, so let me add another question to it. Suppose you write return statement in try catch block or maybe try block. Do you think your
Right.
final block will execute?
Do I think the finally block will execute?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it'll execute regardless. That's what finally is for after try catch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the final will execute regardless.
So what if I write system.exit in the same try block? Do you think finally block will execute?
I don't think so. I think when you write exit or the program crashes, it doesn't execute.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well. So what are the basic aggregate functions that you have used in SQL?
Um, so there's what like sum, average, and this is having by. Um, yeah, just typical addition, multiplication.
So just to
To
correct you, Edward, having by is not the aggregate function. So aggregate functions we have
That's a
some
clause.
max,
The
min,
clause.
average. These.
Right, right.
So now, what is the difference between where clause and having clause in SQL? While you write SQL queries, you use having and where clause and having clause, right? You know that.
Right, yeah. Where
So what
is
is the
like a
difference between them? These two.
yeah, yeah, where is like where you're grabbing the data from, and then having is where you begin to start your aggregate keywords.
Okay. Okay. So basically, where class we use when we have any certain conditions. Okay. So that is where we
Right.
use. So now help me out to understand. Have you ever optimized any query, or maybe what are the steps you take to optimize a complex queries?
Hmm. Uh, you're referring to maybe like indexing or
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're going right.
oh yeah. So I guess providing index on maybe specific columns that would make the most sense so that queries can be sped up,
Okay.
essentially.
Okay. Got
Yeah.
it. So, can you tell me some basic Linux commands that you have used during development or maybe monitoring, troubleshooting? Any
Yeah.
basic Linux command that you have used?
Yeah. grep for, of course, searching, PS for, killing, LS for list, make directory, chmod for, permissions and such, and like the basic commands.
File access when you want to give some access to files. So yeah, then there we use a chmod actually. Okay.
Chmod, yes.
So,
Mhm.
Edward, this position, the manager will do just one round of interview on site. So,
Mhm.
when do you think you are available for an on-site interview with hiring manager?
Uh, it would have to be Monday, Tuesday, or a Friday.
Okay, Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Any specific time?
So 12 between 12 and 2 or like 3:30 and 5, one of those times. Eastern too.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Edward, for joining in, and we will try to set up your interview as quickly as possible. Okay,
All right, appreciate it.
thank
Thank
you.
you.